Folk Wrestling back again with another video, and today we are looking at that time when Owen Hart tragically fell to his death. Welcome back to the channel, and we are travelling 24 years into the past. It's insane that it was this long ago, but we go back to May of 1999. It is WWF Over the Edge 1999 pay-per-view. And Owen Hart was performing as the Blue Blazer. And of course, this entire pay-per-view was just completely overshadowed by the tragic incident that happened with Owen Hart. It was tragic, man. There was no two ways about it. Completely out of the blue, completely catastrophic. And it's one of those, it's just one of those infamous moments. It's like, obviously death is going to rank above other moments, but it's like when you think Owen Hart, it's like automatically like Benoit. It's just like one of those things that WWE just do not talk about. Obviously, Owen, it's nothing really to do with Owen. It's more to do, with his family, his wife, etc., rather than actual Owen. But he was set to take on the Godfather for the Intercontinental Championship, but sadly, as he came down on his suspended harness, the harness failed and he fell and plummeted to the ring. Yeah, it's just such a tragic incident. It's estimated that he fell at around 70 feet from the rafters, 21 meters. He landed chest first on the top rope. I mean, that is absolutely surreal. I mean, that's a massive height. Like, not padded, literally landing on the ring. It was just absolutely crazy. Now, it wasn't actually shown by television viewers. A pre-recorded promo interview video was shown at the start of Hart's descent. When the broadcast returned live, the cameras quickly turned away from the ring to the audience. You got JR revealing on commentary, though, that Hart had fallen from the rafters and that the incident was not a part of the entertainment and it was a real situation. We had Jerry Lawler running over to check on Owen Hart as well. And it's just a crazy thing. And obviously there's a lot of controversy that McMahon, they didn't want to use the ambulance for Owen. And then, there's all the talk about should the show have carried on? Should the show have stopped? And for me, I'm very split on that. I can see both points of view. Like from WWE's point of view, like Owen, like they knew he died before they returned to like the proper broadcast. And could they have stopped it going off the air? I mean, it would have been a very somber way to send the fans home, the fans who'd paid money. But I mean, I guess someone's life is more important than money. But obviously the people backstage in WWE didn't think that to a degree. But yeah, I mean, absolutely crazy. Hart's skin had turned blue, his lips were colourless, and his skin was cold. Nurses also reported he had no bowel signs after his abdomen was soft. Nurses had noted they had suffered an apparent open fracture above his left elbow and a cut below, but these wounds were a little of concern due to the concern of the medical staff at the moment. Nonetheless, the medical staff still persisted and pumped Owen's unresponsive body with amphetamine in an attempt to stimulate his heart. Still no pulse was detected, even though his heart still showed signs of slight electrical activity. Outside in the waiting room, former wrestler Harley Race paced anxiously, awaiting word on Hart. He was joined by Jeff Jarrett, who participated earlier that night. By the end of the night, a variety of concerned wrestlers who numbered close to 24 had arrived to get information on Hart's condition. At 8:07, a final dose, and he went into Hart's right femoral line. After 4 minutes, he was still unresponsive. CPR was performed in the final few minutes of his life, but the doctor determined all efforts were futile. So that is sadly where Owen Hart had passed away 13 minutes after arriving at the medical centre, 33 minutes after the fall. All work on Owen Hart had stopped. He was pronounced dead at 8:12 p.m. at the age of 34. And the cause of death was later revealed to be internal bleeding from blunt force trauma to the chest. The impact of Hart landed chest first and the top rope severed his aorta, resulting in Hart bleeding to death internally just minutes later. 70 feet, that's a tough one. It's pretty hard. And the rest of the show, I'm sure, as everybody knows, it continued, but It was tragic. Jim Ross said, here at Kansas City, tragedy befell the World Wrestling Federation. All of us. Owen Hart was set to make an entrance from the ceiling, and he fell from the ceiling. And I have the unfortunate responsibility to let everyone know that Owen Hart has died. Owen Hart has tragically died from that event, from that incident. Sorry, here tonight, and that was Jim Ross talking about it. Very sad. Remember watching it a few years ago. I mean, I wasn't alive in '99, but I can only imagine what it was like watching that live. Like, we've all seen instances in live sport or live television or anything, man, where people, get seriously injured or die. It's crazy, but apparently all the pay-per-views, like tapes and all, were held until an edited version of the network came on, and that's the version I've watched. But obviously, the real thing is still out there. But the existence and availability of the tape apparently is out there, and according to this website, since WWF cameras were rolling at the time of the incident, footage of Owen Hart's fatal fall exists on tape. This was confirmed in a column written by former WWF announcer Kevin Kelly in May 2013. According to Kelly, the tape sits in the WWE archive in Stamford, Connecticut, with instructions never to destroy, view, or duplicate. Footage for the '99 match where Darren Drozdov got paralysed accidentally is apparently in the archive with the same instructions. The remainder of the event was only available online in the form of bootleg VHS recordings made during the event until the launch of the WWE Network in February 2014. While the pay-per-view is available on the service, it was edited to not include the aftermath of the fall and the announcement of Owen Hart's death by Jim Ross. So the tape is out there, but it's never going to be destroyed, it's never going to be viewed, and it's never going to be duplicated. So it makes you wonder why it's even out there. If you can't destroy it, right, then it's like, well, you may as well view it. But then if you can't view it, you can't duplicate it. Just a bit crazy, guys. But that's going to do it for that this time when with Owen Hart. Sadly, he did pass away 24 years ago. But until next time, peace